Welcome to We Love Deck Builders, the podcast dedicated to empowering deck industry pros to construct a thriving business. Join your host, April Edwards, founder of Deck Builder Marketers, as she brings you a cheat sheet of industry secrets and strategies that promise to boost your deck building business. Whether you're a battle-tested pro or just starting your entrepreneurial journey, this podcast is your arsenal for expert insights and actionable advice. So tune in and let's carve a path to business growth, one insight at a time.
Hey, here we are. Well, I hope this time of day is a little bit better for people to pop in and ask some questions. I'm a little solo here today, but I have a pretty important topic to go over today on the We Love Deck Builders podcast. So I'm your host, April Edwards, owner of Deck Builder Marketers, where we help deck builders grow their business through strategic digital marketing. We are on a mission to help 300 deck builders double their revenue. So we are aggressively trying to make a difference in this industry. Today, I want to talk about something pretty important, something that some of you guys have been facing. It really kind of depends on where you are in your business, in the market, but we want to talk about competing against lower price deck builders or even general contractors who are just trying their hand at, building decks. I think that this kind of came about a lot during and after COVID. A lot of people had some, extra funds and some more time to really make the lifestyle that they wanted. I do think that, some of the prospects that I talk to, different deck builders who aren't clients, they've seen a little bit of a dip this year. And so I really hope that you stay tuned to listen to some different areas or some different ideas in order to, help your business move forward. So what I really want to focus on today is how you can stand your ground as a premium deck builder and attract the right clients and continue to grow your business. So whether you're dealing with price competition now or not, this episode really should give you some strategies to help you stand out. So anyway, let's dive in. So the first thing is, let's just start with the price competition issue. I know that in some areas, deck builders are facing more competition, like I said, from maybe general contractors that are trying to take a stab at building decks, or smaller companies, maybe those that are just starting out and they can underbid you. They don't have the experience, they don't have the overhead, and so they're able to come in with cheaper bids. But that's where you need to remember that competing on price alone, it's not sustainable. And I know a lot of you guys don't do that. I mean, you build amazing outdoor living spaces and there's a premium cost for that. You specialize in this. You are not a general contractor or somebody that watched, some YouTube videos and decided they could build a deck. You have the experience, you know what works for longevity, and hopefully you have an amazing experience for your customers as well. But the point is these lower priced competitors, they're not offering what you are offering. It's not just about building a deck. Like I said, you're selling a complete experience. And that's really what sets you apart. So I always like to use the restaurant analogy. So think about going to a restaurant. It doesn't just have to be some fancy place, but it's a restaurant that gives you more than a meal, Maybe the staff is friendly. I went out to eat last night with my husband. We went to this Italian restaurant. The freaking server was so amazing. His name's Giuseppe. He's working at this new restaurant now. He was working at another restaurant, and honestly, wherever he works, I'm going to go because he gives you such an amazing experience. He's totally on top of everything, and he ensures that, everything is to the T. Anyway, I digress. The point is that, if you go to a restaurant that creates that good experience and the ambiance is inviting, the staff is good, you leave feeling like you had a great experience, not just a good dinner, right? So that's the difference you need to communicate to your clients as a premium deck builder. You're not just building a deck, you're creating an outdoor living space where, listen to this, they create memories, they host family gatherings, they enjoy quiet moments. Maybe it's like me, a busy mom. I need my mom space, right? So when clients understand that they're investing in an experience, you're not just selling a product, and price becomes less of a factor. So here's some examples. And by the way, if anyone's listening in, ask some questions. I'm doing the live Q&A. So leave feedback, ask a question. I'm here for you. So instead of saying we build premium decks, you could say, imagine stepping out into a beautifully crafted deck where you'll host summer barbecues, relax with a cup of coffee, or watch your kids play in the yard. It's more than a deck. It's the heart of your outdoor living space where you'll create memories for years to come. Whoa, emotional connection sparked for me. I don't know about you. That's a lot better than just saying we build amazing outdoor living spaces, right? Like that's really taking it one step further to really paint a picture. So let's talk about positioning yourself. So now that we've talked about the experience, let's focus how to position yourself as the premium builder in your market. When you're competing with lower price builders, you need to make sure that your brand is strong. And it's not enough to say, we do great work. You need to show why your work is worth the investment. And this starts with your online presence. When potential clients are doing their research, and trust me, they are going to drop thousands of dollars on a space. It's not a necessity. It's a luxury item. It's a luxury service that you're selling. They're going to do their research. So you need to be the name that shows up on top. And that means that your website needs to reflect the quality of your work. It should be professional, clean, showcase your best projects. Guys, don't just go up there and throw a bunch of photos up. I also say don't throw work in progress photos on your website. You can show like before and after photos. We do these cool little sliders that, the homeowner can use to see what the space looked like before. And then of course, after, just show the projects that you want to get more of and make sure that they are nice photos. Don't have hoses in there. Don't show, just try and put yourself in your homeowner's shoes and say, hey, would this photo inspire somebody to want to drop $60,000 with me? Always try and put yourself in their shoes. So what happened the other day? Oh, I was actually on a call with somebody today, and I do free marketing reviews, and I check out your site, and I really, give you kind of a game plan. And if it seems like we're a good fit, then I'll tell you about our programs and what I think would be the best option for you to reach your goals. But while I was doing that analysis on their website, when you first go to it, first of all, I'm going to tell you, you need to have the best picture of your favorite project right front and center, or an amazing video of your work, period. I don't even know how to stress that anymore. I had to scroll quite a bit before I even saw any photos, and it was weird. It was like they hid some of the photos on mobile. A lot of people are going to research on mobile. So that was kind of weird. After you started to look at it and you could get through all of the freaking pop-ups that were happening, and they had a sticky header. If you know what that means, it basically means that like the logo and the navigation and stuff staying in the same place as you scroll, so you can access it like no matter where you are on the page. After you got through all of that, then you could see that they had an amazing process that, like a proven process, I like to call it. They had beautiful pictures of their work, and you could really start to understand them better. But I had to get through all of that. And then once I clicked on something, the whole rest of the website was broken. So how do you think that reflects? I'm going to tell you, we provide a marketing service, and if we don't get our stuff right, our potential deck builder clients are looking at us like, is that what you're going to do for me? So you guys, your website has to do the same. If it looks bad, if things are broken, if you have bad pictures up there, it's not going to inspire them, and they're going to lose trust. So I cannot stress on how important that is. You also really need to make it an ongoing project to make sure that you're getting reviews, number one, but also that you know your value. New Wave Construction said know your value. I'm going to talk about that too. I'm so glad that you said that. Let me put this on the screen so everyone can see. Awesome. So yeah, treat that as a project. Make somebody accountable. Gather the reviews. It's really important from an online visibility standpoint. I don't need to press on that anymore. I always do. But don't forget about testimonials either. Let your past clients speak to the value you provide. Get video testimonials, all of that. And think of your website and your online presence like the menu at a restaurant. People see it before they experience the food. And if it looks good, I'm gonna tell you, I'm so picky about menus because I'm a designer. If it's got like crap all over the menu and stuff, oh, I'm so repulsed. Maybe I'm becoming more of a Karen as I get older. I don't know. Anyway, if they look at the menu, right, and it looks good, they're more likely to choose you, just like your website. So if your website's outdated or it doesn't reflect the quality you offer, potential clients will move on to the next option. And I will tell you, as some of you guys are starting to slow down or getting ready to, in the colder months and stuff like that, it's a really good opportunity to double check your online presence and make sure that your website is up to speed. Make sure that you're promoting your best work. Put in some time to try and get video testimonials or videos of your work in general, or just reviews or testimonials. Post your best projects and make them case studies on your site. We always do a project section on our clients' sites, and we always say, like, whatever type of projects you want to get the most, those are the ones you feature. You don't want to put, like, we had a client that it's a new client and they're a deck and fence builder, and they gave us fencing pictures. And so naturally we put the fencing pictures on the site. But we always have a monthly basically a strategy session with our clients every month. It's so funny. If Alejandra's listening, I don't know why we've never called it that. We call it a reporting session, but the truth is it's kind of a strategy session where she comes to the table and says, hey, this is the good, the bad, the ugly. This is what we're doing. Is there anything different in your business? And during that call, they're like, you know what? We just, it's okay if we get fence leads, but ideally we just want to get the deck leads. And I'm like, why are we posting pictures of fences on your website? So it's kind of funny, like sometimes you need that outside perspective to think of those little things. The point is, make sure that you are only showing the type of work that you want to get. All right, so let's talk about targeting your ideal client. So your website's great. If you build it, they will not come. You have to do work to get people to your website. But let's talk about I'm going to put this up too. I'm really glad Natalia gave this to me. You could check this link out. If you just go to our resources section on our website, we have a guide for website conversion, and it's going to tell you all the things that you need to know in order to get more juice out of the squeeze with your website. So definitely check that out. So it's deckbuildermarketers.com/ this is a long URL, but I think it's just /resources or learn. Anywho, so you want to make sure that you're attracting the right clients, right? You don't want to get a bunch of work for people that are looking for you to fix a crappy job that they tried to do on their own, or, somebody looking for stain or repair or something like that, right? You want only the ones that value the premium experience that you offer. And so first you have to get really clear on who those clients are. These are obviously homeowners that aren't just looking for the cheapest option. They want quality, reliability, and a deck that's going to stand the test of time. So this is kind of funny because it's not funny. I think that a lot of guys I talk to, like, they subconsciously know this, but they're not applying it to how they're presenting themselves online, which is the first touch point in building a relationship, right? Is somebody kind of getting to know you first. And so you just need to make sure that you're reflecting that stuff on your site. Once they know who you are, you need to make sure that you're reaching them. SEO is a big part of getting people there. You need to be able to rank for terms like custom deck builder near me, outdoor living, things of that nature in your particular area. But it's not just about being found. When they land on your website, they need to see that you're an expert. Here, I got the right link, everybody. It's deckbuildermarketers.com /resources. So just remember, when you're marketing to these ideal clients, to focus on how their life will improve with a new deck. It's not just about the product that you create. It's about the way their outdoor living space will transform. The more you can tap into that emotional connection, the less price becomes the deciding factor. So I would love to hear from anybody. Please chime in and kind of let me know your thoughts on some of this, maybe some things that you're doing. Everybody knows that I always say I hate just hearing myself talk. I want to hear from you guys so I could be as helpful as possible. All right, so let's talk about economic challenges. Now, I know I've talked to some prospects that are in particular areas where they're seeing, an impact with the economy. I hate to boast, but a lot of our clients are not, and it's because they have made a conscious decision to invest in their brand. And that's insurance for your company, you guys. Anyway, I've been hearing about how the economy is affecting some guys. And the thing is when things get tight, people start cutting back. And it can feel like luxury services are the first to go. But the truth is, even in tough times, there's still clients out there willing to invest in quality. You just have to double down to try and reach them. So this is where you need to stay resilient. I think there's a book called The Hard Things About Hard Things, and I not remember the author's name right now, but it's a really, 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 really good book for any entrepreneur to read. And it basically uses the analogy of wartime and peacetime. I'm actually going to give this speech to my team during we call it a quarterly growth huddle we're going to do on Friday, to talk about, what we did the last quarter, what we're going to do for the next quarter, and make sure that everybody is still on the same page with our core values and our vision. Anyway, I recommend reading that book. And when the economy is rough, it's wartime, baby. And you need to stay resilient. So I know none of you guys want to lower your prices to compete, and I hope you're not. Focus on showing the value of what you do. Luxury markets never completely disappear, and people who value craftsmanship and longevity will still be looking for someone they trust to build their dream deck. I mean, there's still a ton of people out there that have money, right? So when you're marketing yourself as the go-to expert, the one who delivers not just a deck, but a lasting outdoor living space, for instance, you'll attract clients who understand that the investment is worth it. So I just want to take a minute. Maybe we close our eyes. If you're in your truck, if you're in your comfy space in your home, close your eyes and just visualize how you're doing this right now. Are you doing it? What are things that you maybe could be doing differently to make that connection and make sure that you're standing out? For me, maybe I would go and check out some of your competition and see what they have going on in their website and how they're presenting themselves. Community service is awesome to host things like that. Obviously, having your reviews. There's one deck builder in Michigan. I'm not going to say who it is, but I know on their website they have a picture of their dog, and their website's really sexy. It's beautifully designed, and it's just really cute how they feature their dog as like the mascot, and it just stands out. Everyone likes animals. I'm not saying go and put a picture of your dog on there, but get creative, do something to stand out and really reflect your personality is more so what I'm talking about here. So now let's continue the conversation and talk about inspiring people to invest in the lifestyle. So I think that's something to really leverage and make sure that you double down on, which when you're at time of war, you got to double down, Something I've seen work really well is inspiring your clients to see their deck as more than just a home improvement project, right? If it's that simple, it's going to be about price, right? You need to help them create a lifestyle. And obviously that starts with the consultation. Maybe, and I know a lot of you guys kill it here, but you also have to paint that picture before they even decide to schedule that consultation with you. So if you frame your services in this lifestyle type of way, it just makes the decision to invest in you much easier. Also, I have to say, I think that it's also, we use the term in our business, we say we need to drive the bus. Our clients don't want to figure out marketing when they come to us, but they also don't understand it totally. And there's a lot of things that we do that they just kind of want to know where they are in the process and what to expect. Because when you start to build your brand, it's not like the next day the type of marketing we do is long-term. And so you're not going to invest in like the next day, you're going to get an abundance of leads. It's going to take a little bit of time. But we create a really good experience in helping our clients, like guiding our clients and trying the best that we can to mitigate them asking us questions. We try to be proactive in the information that we share so that they don't feel that they have to project manage us. And you don't want your clients to feel that way either. So if you start planting some seeds with some really cool ideas for them and just stand out in the way that, obviously you communicate and the experience that you bring to the table. I mean, I'm repeating myself, but that's it. You're going to make the decision so much easier. So one thing is I see a lot where people like it's not about you. I mean, it is. Obviously, people want to trust you, but it's what is in it for. Like, I mean, we kind of live in that world, right? It's like, what's in it for me? And so when you are constantly talking about everything that you do and how you're so awesome, people, I don't know, it doesn't spark an emotional connection. So what I'm trying to get at here is, instead of like focusing on maybe the features of the deck that you're building, talk about how their life will change. Okay, I know this might be a little woo-woo, but I'm telling you it works. It's not just the deck. It's where you're going to host those parties and have that morning coffee and watch your kids playing outside, right? Sometimes you have to inspire people that have considered it, but maybe they're feeling like anxiety from other people in the world. Maybe they have money and they've been wanting to get a deck project done, but they're feeling influenced by all these other things happening, election, freaking natural disasters, all of these things. Maybe they just kind of need reminded why it was that they were considering doing that in the first place. So, again, it's the kind of messaging that connects with, your potential clients on an emotional level. It's funny how business in a lot of cases is kind of psychology. But when you can, again, I'm saying the same thing, if you can show them that investing in a premium deck isn't just about the structure, but it's about enhancing their everyday life, then they're much more likely to choose you, even if it comes at a higher price tag. I hope you guys are following me on this. I really do. I hate talking to myself here. I want some feedback. I want to know what questions you have. Please share. So to wrap things up, price competition can be tough. I know it's not what all of you guys are experiencing, but I mean, let's even say it like this. If I'm a homeowner and it's up against you and someone else, and you guys both are awesome sauce and build amazing projects, and I can't even decide which one. Let's say you guys all have the same amount of reviews and video testimonials. I mean, maybe they do go with, the lower price. I don't know. But if you could stand out and shine and connect with them on more of an emotional level with your messaging and how you do business, I always say it's not just about, you guys all do a great job building your decks and your outdoor living spaces. And a lot of you guys do an amazing job with customer service and sales and helping them plan. But you need to make sure that they have the whole experience. I've said it so many times. It came up again when I was talking to somebody. Hold on. What did Haney say? Body. I don't even know if I should put this here. Hold on. What did you say? I don't know what this means, Haney. I'm going to put it up here. He said, you're so funny. Crack me up. The Viking said, body positive can F off, deck positive is where it's at. Thanks for hopping on, man. Shoot, now what was I saying? I forget. I hope it was interesting. Mind, work, mind. So anyway, just make sure that you're positioning yourself as a premium option, that you're making that emotional connection, that you're attracting the right clients, that you could stand oh, that's what I was saying. I knew it would come back to me. Okay. So yeah, if I'm a homeowner and I'm looking at two different deck builders and, well, let's just say the price is the same. Actually, that's how I should put the analogy. You guys all have the same reviews. Your pricing is the same. How in the heck am I going to choose between the two of you? I know that you both build amazing projects, and I know a couple of people that have used both of you. How in the heck am I going to choose between the two of you? It's just how you stand out. And it's the experience that you make. This is where I was getting at, actually. I spoke with someone again today, and they had 125 4.8 star reviews. I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people I talk to that have like 105 star reviews, and that is so impressive. 4.8 is still great, but after talking to them, I'm like, you're amazing. Like, I can tell you provide a great service. Like, you care a lot about the experience, and they're forward thinking. They use a lot of technology, but that's besides the point. I would like to see them at 125 5-star reviews. Tell me, Haney, if you're here, because since I see you, somebody tell me why an amazing deck builder would get a not so good review in most cases. I'll give it a few minutes here and see if anybody knows, because I know you guys work hard to build beautiful decks that last a long time. And I know you guys do a great job with the customer service. So why would somebody get a bad review? Do you think it's because they did a bad job? Do you think it's because one of the carpenters was driving a truck like crazy and honked their horn and made somebody mad? All right, well, for the sake of everyone's time, I'll give you the answer. It's because the deck builder didn't decide to work with them because they weren't an ideal client, or they didn't get back to them quick enough. The point is it's during the sales process. So even if you decide you're not a good fit for someone, you still have to go the extra mile to point them in the right direction, to give them the resources they need. And the point I want to leave you with is that you need to maintain, okay, Haney got back to me, having ever-ending change order requests and expecting the cost not to. Wait a second. So I can't get a $200 haircut for $10? Awesome. Yeah. But yeah, just make sure that you have an amazing experience from the time somebody sees you online, the experience they get with your online presence, to the experience that they have during the sales process, to the actual project planning, to the project completion, and even thereafter. There are certain things that we do. Haney said never ending. There are certain things that we do to even create an amazing world-class experience after the project is over. And that is how you build referrals. And the term that marketers like to use is raving fans. So maybe sit down. Maybe your takeaway here is to sit down and like map out, just jot down some ideas of what your experience is like for your potential customer from the time they go to your website until after the project is done and a year later. You guys can still check in with them. I mean, I went and visited a deck builder in Texas, and it was so cool to see the relationship between him and this one customer. He just pops in every now and then if he's in town, and like he just says hello and, you know, checks in on him to see how everything's going. Like, that's how you stand out and people talk about it. Oh, talk about reviews. Here's another article for you guys. A little bit too long to give you podcast listeners, but if you go to our blog, deckbuildermarketers.com/blog, and you just search for reviews, I think there's a category for reviews. There's a how to respond to online reviews and why it's important for deck builders. And there's a lot of helpful information in there about how to respond to bad reviews. You need to take that very seriously. And it's one of those things where you can turn a bad thing into a good thing. So make sure that you check out that article. So if I don't have any other questions, or Haney, if you want to share a funny joke, anything, I'll probably wrap this up. Okay, here's our blog, deckbuildermarketers.com/blog. And guys, I'm always here for a free strategy session. I can help walk you through. I mean, I analyze all of this stuff. I do my homework. I go on your website. I play, like, submit your form. I want to see, are you giving me a cool confirmation page? Are you sending me something to confirm it via email? Are you sending me helpful information to help me get ready for my call with you? Do you have a chat? What does that look like? Are you getting back to me right away? Now, in most cases, people know who I am, so they're not going to call me back. But anyway, I still do my due diligence to check everything out, and I can really walk you through some missed opportunities that I'm seeing throughout all of this. I mean, you know, I'm a marketer. I call myself a growth strategist because marketing is our tool that we use to help you grow your business. But you know, we need to make sure that you're well supported from a sales perspective and all kinds of avenues if the work that we're going to do is going to be successful. So I'm definitely here to help you. Guys, thanks for tuning in today. If this episode resonated with you, make sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions, you could always just reach out. You know, you could hit us up on social media, hit me up on social media. If you go to the website, there's a chat there. I even list my cell phone number on the contact page, so you can text me if you want. It's the getting started page where you can set up a free strategy session. That's really the best way to get my time, is to book it on my calendar. That way I can do my homework before I get on the call with you and make it a lot more successful. So remember, it's not just about building decks. It's about building spaces where life happens. See you next time, you guys.
Hey, deck building community. Enjoyed the show? Hit subscribe and give us your thoughts. We love hearing from you. Ready to level up your business? Visit deckbuildermarketers.com deckbuilders.com. Check out our services and let's build your success together. Don't forget to download our free guides. They're a game changer. Thanks for tuning in to We Love Deck Builders and see you on the next episode.